loud in the sudden silence. The noise disappeared with them, the laughter, the voices, the clinking of glasses, all at once, as if someone had switched off the sound. Jon and Ha-hun collapsed onto chairs at the bar. Neither said anything. There was no need. The exhaustion was the kind that goes deeper than muscles. The kind that takes your words too. Ha-hun cradled a cup of lukewarm tea with both hands. Her fingers still trembled slightly, shoulders slumped, eyelids heavy. She stared at the table in front of her, as if searching for the answer to a question she hadn't said aloud. "Tonight was absolutely mad," she said finally. Voice worn out, nearly colorless. "I can barely stand, and I won't see my bed for at least another hour." She closed her eyes. "I don't know how I'll keep this up." Jon looked at her sideways. Her eyes held no softness, at least not the warm, cushioned kind. Her concern always expressed itself differently, sharper, as if loving someone meant telling them the truth first, even when it hurt. "Are you worn out?" she said. "This miserable job isn't worth either of our time. I've told you 100 times. We have no future here. None of this is going anywhere. Not for you, not for me." She shifted on her chair. The space was beginning to suffocate her. Or perhaps the thought of staying was. In a bigger city, things would be different for both of us. More opportunities, more air. But you? Her gaze settled on Ha-hun's face. "You're in love again." It wasn't a question. And because you're in love, you can't move. Ha-hun didn't answer immediately. Hyun's words had struck her, not because they were unfair, precisely because they were accurate to the point of pain. She loved her, Hyun, like a sister, or perhaps more. They shared everything: hunger, exhaustion, fear, those rare moments when something was good, and the far more frequent ones when nothing was. She couldn't imagine a single day without her. And that was precisely what made everything so complicated. The innkeeper's son. Her love for him hadn't been a decision. It had arrived quietly, unnoticed, the way water finds its way through a crack in stone. At first, only a glance that lasted a second too long. Then words exchanged in the kitchen after closing, when they were alone and everything around them was still. Then touches, accidental, but not really. Each of those moments had been an entire chapter to her. Just the memory of him now surged through her body like a wave. She quickly lowered her gaze. She didn't want Jon to see her like this. Soft, in love. Vulnerable in the way that made Jon impatient. But Jon had already stood up. She grabbed a cloth and began wiping the tables, sharply, with movements too decisive for cleaning. The wooden surfaces creaked beneath her hands. "Foolish girls," she muttered, more to herself than to Ha-hun. Always the same. They fall in love and then they stay, they wait, they hope. And meanwhile, life runs through their fingers like water. She stopped. The hand holding the cloth hung in the air for a moment. "Love doesn't pay the bills," she said more quietly, without turning around. "It doesn't stay beside you when the money runs out. It doesn't stand behind you when everyone turns their back." Ha-hun stood slowly. She stepped toward her carefully, as if afraid Jon might push her away. She placed a hand on her wrist, gently but firmly. "You always protect me," she said, "even when I ask you not to. I know you only want what's best for me." Jon didn't turn around. "I just don't want you to stay trapped here," she said, "in a place that can give you nothing you ever promised yourself." Do you understand? Nothing? Hakun bowed her head. Maybe you're wrong, she whispered. Maybe sometimes it's worth staying for someone. Silence. That dense, uncomfortable silence that settles between two people who know each other too well to pretend. Yon began wiping the tables again. If you get burned, she said finally. Cold, final. I'll pick you up off the floor, like always. Hayan smiled faintly. I know. And that was precisely the problem. Not that Yon was wrong, but that Hakun knew she was right and would follow her to the end of the world when the time came. She only hoped the time wouldn't come too soon.